So I want to welcome the members of the public, the San Diego Public Utilities Department, the Public Works Department, obviously Malcolm Perney, Arcadis, and all involved with the project. But most of all, I want to welcome our mayor, the mayor of the city of San Diego, Bob Fillner. We're here today to celebrate the successful completion of the Alvarado water treatment plant ozone upgrade and expansion project, and the reception of the Outstanding Civil Engineering Award from the American Society of Civil Engineers. This project was necessary but difficult involving many city departments and several outstanding engineering and architectural partners working together. We are proud to have completed such an important project and to win such a distinguished award. At this time, I would like to introduce Larry Pierce, the American Society of Civil Engineers, present to present the award to the Mayor, Bob Fillner. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. The American Society of Civil Engineers each year selects a project from entries across the United States as part of its Opal Awards, the Outstanding Project and Leaders Awards. And as part of that Leadership Awards dinner, there is a black tie event that is held in Washington, D.C., and we had some people there that received this award at that event. This is especially important because we're going to receive this award here locally. This is actually recognized as a project that is an exemplary civil engineering project, and this is the best project in the United States for 2013, and I think it may be the first one in San Diego. Kind of put a light on this. In 1960, ASCE established this prestigious award that honors a project that best illustrates the superior engineering skills and represents a significant contribution to the civil engineering progress and the society. Honoring a project rather than the individual award celebrates the contributions of many engineers and many team members that were involved in it. This is a significant project for the city of San Diego. This project had to deal with the quality of the water it was receiving and the increase in the consumer demand. With those in light, they made a decision to increase the capacity of this plant from 120 million gallons a day to 200 million gallons a day. At the same time, the project incorporated an ozone process to provide lower levels of carcinogenic disinfectant byproducts. Significant thing here. This project also is a one-of-a-kind. This is the first time that a submersible propeller pumps were used in an ozone process. This is significant because those pumps reduce the maintenance, which is a long-term savings for the citizens of San Diego, and it also virtually eliminates any mechanical noise, so it makes the plant a safer workplace, and the aesthetics in the community are much better. Conversion from chlorine to ozone was a big deal also, and this reduced the elements and far exceeded the state and federal regulations on byproducts. At the same time, providing an appealing, odorless water that was better tasting. The project team consisted of the City of San Diego as the owner, the design team as Arcadis, the construction manager was CH2M Hill, and the contractor was Archer Western Contractors. I'd like to congratulate the city, if the mayor would like to come forward. And the winner of the American Society of Civil Engineers 2013 Outstanding Civil Engineering Achievement Award is the City of San Diego Alvarado Water Treatment Plant Ozone Upgrade and Expansion Project.
Wow.
And we have a plaque here. This plaque will be mounted in the facility someplace.
Thank you.
And let's get the award here. And I'd like to present you with this award. It's heavy.
Wow. And Larry, let me, I'm the one standing up here, but it's the employees It's those who work in our departments. It's, of course, the contractors and all those who deserve this. And I want to thank you for the city, the best in the United States. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I just want, if somebody will hold on to this while I just say a few words. Again, thank you, Larry Pierce and the American Society for Civil Engineers. You know, as a former engineering student and as a chem major, I actually understood what you said. So we appreciate that, and you know, to say it's the Alvarado treatment plant ozone upgrade and expansion. I know what you're talking about, and I know the kind of innovation that this represents. So we want to thank, of course, Larry and the Society. We want to thank Arcadis and Malcolm Perney. But it's the folks in Public Utilities, Public Works, represented here, of course, by Roger Bailey, Tony Heinrichs. Thank you so much for all the work that you all do every day of the year. This is just, you know, the symbol of the kind of excellent work you do and the kind of expertise that we have in this city. And we want to make sure, I think, as Roger would say, that we want to ensure excellent water quality and reliability for years and years and years. And that's what we're engaged in. We're going to have safe, potable water. We're going to have it done in a cost-effective way. And we're going to facilitate, whether it's agriculture, industry, or residential growth in our city. So this will be displayed prominently. But the employees of our city have so much to be proud of. This goes to you, the employees of our city. We are so proud of you, and we accept this in their name. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor Filner. Well, the completion of this new ozone building marks the end of a 14-year, you heard me, 14-year construction program designed to expand and upgrade the Alvarado water treatment plant. Before I go into some of the details of this project, because engineers like technical details, I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the community at large and the project stakeholders for their support during the construction process. You know, large-scale projects like this can easily go off track. They could go wrong for a variety of reasons, but city staff and consultants and contractors work very hard to stay focused, to stay disciplined, to keep this project on time and on budget. I'd like to, at this time, give a special thanks to Arcadis, as Mayor Filner just mentioned. Arcadis is also the event sponsor today. Thank you for the refreshments and for the nice water glasses over there. Brady and Associates, CH2M Hill, Archer Western Contractors, Baez and Patel Consulting Engineers, Pratt Whitelaw Architects, Marin Partnership, Kleinfelder DHK Engineers, V&A Engineers, Process Applications, and EMA. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you very much. You know, it really is truly amazing that city staff and all these consultants and contractors were able to keep the water treatment plant fully operational throughout construction. There were 6 individual construction projects over this 14-year span, and it was done in a hopscotch fashion. They had to make sure the plant was fully operational as they were working on various phases of the project. The total construction cost for everything was $215 million, and that really is a significant investment in the overall improvement of the water quality and water reliability for San Diego. Many cost-saving and financing measures were also implemented to upgrade and expand this 50-year-old Alvarado water treatment plant facility, including the use of the State of California Clean Water State Revolving Funds, the award of $20 million in state Prop 50 grant funds, incorporation of value engineering principles in the design of the project. This creative, organized effort analyzed the project requirements, the design of each improvement, and it provided recommendations for the use of alternate design methods, materials that provided an estimated cost savings overall of about 10%. And the installation of solar panels that now provide up to 50% of the electricity used to power the plant on a daily basis. In addition to the cost-saving measures, a blue ribbon committee early on in the planning phase of the project was comprised of expert engineers and water treatment professionals, many of which are here today. They analyzed numerous disinfection processes to upgrade the plant and ultimately recommended the use of ozone to treat the water supply. The very building that you see here, the ozone facility, is a result of the Blue Ribbon Committee's hard work. Thank you very much, and again, let's give them a round of applause. This nationally recognized and award-winning building now produces high-quality drinking water for the entire San Diego region. When compared to water produced by traditional purification methods, it's cleaner and it's clearer, and wait for it, it's better tasting too. So again, thank you very much. There are videos available of the awards ceremony, I'm told. And I'd like to now turn the program back over to Roger. Thank you.
Thank you. I will not go back through the technical aspects of the project, but I think that it's important to know that with this project, we effectively, as a city and as a public utilities department, will be able to serve a growing population, and it really situates the city in a very strategic and advantageous position as we try to recover from the downturn in the economy. We'll be able to meet the water demand and obviously meet water quality regulations moving on into the future. We would not have been able to do this without a very active public outreach program that we engaged in during the course of this process. The city proactively implemented an outreach campaign via a series of community focus group meeting to engage the public and address any significant issues. Both the Friends of Lake Murray and the Board of Directors of the Mission Trails Regional Park articulated concerns in regards to the visual impact of the expanded, upgraded Alvarado water treatment plant, and with the new ozone facility in particular. Through this outreach effort, the city was able to successfully collaborate with these groups on landscaping and architectural features of the design, earning formal approval from both organizations and garnering accolades from neighborhood residents. This project has once again ensured that the city of San Diego will provide clean, safe drinking water to our residents for many, many years to come. Again, I would like to thank all those organizations who participated in this process and the program. And at this time, I would like to welcome from Arcadis.
It's hard for me to express how proud and humbled I am to speak for all of the people, all of you sitting here who did such an extraordinary job on the expansion of this plant. We should be enormously proud of this accomplishment. And to put some of Larry's remarks into perspective, last year, the bridge over the Hoover Dam won this project. There's nothing more precious than water in San Diego. And so when it came time for us to upgrade this plant, which is now the largest in San Diego County, it was a daunting task because water is a public health issue. It's an economics issue, and it's a community issue. We're sitting here on the shores of Lake Murray, and as Roger Bailey just told us, there was no way for us to kind of fall into the normal convention of engineers and water infrastructure and hide the plant. So instead, we worked with community groups. And instead of hiding it, we celebrated it, and it became the recognized community asset that it's become. This whole process started 24 years ago, almost to the day. On July 13th, 1989, that blue ribbon panel got together and in downtown San Diego and started looking through water quality data and treatment processes to come up with the basis of design. And there's a handful of us today who were at that meeting. Javier Saunders was at that meeting, Rick Brady was at that meeting, Judd Warren was at that meeting, Norm Pierce was at that meeting, John Chafin and Don King. So there's 6 of us that stuck through this for 24 years to make it happen. And it was, as Tony indicated, it was an extraordinary group of people. Some of the most talented water professionals in the country, including academic scholars, to help us sort through a myriad of issues that you heard about. There were capacity issues. There was terrible air binding in the filters that was limiting the amount of capacity we could put through. There were taste and odor issues, and there was that evolving regulatory agenda, particularly focused on carcinogenic byproducts that we had to deal with. And the process team was always coming up with ways to make this expansion more difficult. Instead of putting ozone in the raw water, we put it in the settled water, which turned out to be really critical. But the design engineers would look at all of us and kind of shake their heads, but then get back to the task, figure out what to do, and because of their perseverance and their willingness to do what really needed to be done, that's why we're all here today. You've already heard about a number of notable features at the plant, and I just want to make sure if you have an opportunity to take a tour, you might see a couple of them. One is the filtered water reservoirs that are downstream of the dam have an interpretive garden on top that tells the story of water in San Diego and provides sweeping views of the mountains and the lake and the treatment plant. And we heard about the ozone facility, the first time that that had ever been installed in settled water for primary disinfection in the country. And because we put it there, we could lower overall dosages, reduce energy costs, and also had a first of its kind hybrid control process to make sure that we didn't overuse energy. And the process met all the regulatory requirements and, as was noted, made a better tasting water. The expansion package was completed 18 months ahead of schedule and under budget. And all of this was accomplished through the 12 years of construction. We were providing water to the citizens of San Diego in an uninterrupted manner that met all federal, state, and local drinking water regulations. And I think the operators deserve a hand for that. On March 21st, in Washington, D.C., I had the honor of representing this team and accepting this award. Also honored there were some icons of the industry. And Charles Thornton won the Lifetime Achievement Award. And they asked him, what does it take to be successful in a career in engineering? And he said, it takes passion, it takes persistence, and it takes patience. Well, all of us in this room were passionate about restoring this jewel of a treatment plant that's the heart of water treatment in San Diego. And we were persistent in working through budget constraints and design constraints and construction issues. And as 24 years since the first meeting can attest, we were patient. So on behalf of the project team, Larry, which includes the city, the designers, the contractors, the construction management team, and the operators, I want to thank ASCE again for this extraordinary honor. And I want to thank everyone that's here for the privilege of representing you on this outstanding project, and for me personally, the highlight of my professional career when I accepted that award on March 21st. So that ends our program for today. We have, Roger, are you going to come up and finish it up? Thank you.
Just before we conclude, it probably would be a disservice and injustice if we didn't mention a few other folks internally, and we do have a special person here that I have come very close to, and I want to thank him for working so closely with us. Jim Fisher, who was the assistant director over the water branch, and he was actively involved with this process. I want to thank Jim and his team. Jesus Metter, who is the deputy director for the operation. Really done a fantastic job. And Mike Simpson and his team, these are the guys that really make this plant run and deliver the quality water that we do on a daily basis. So thank you very much for all you do, and this is really yours. I really want to say thank you. Beyond that, we have an opportunity now to tour the facility, and I know the Big Bang Theory advocates that you are, you'll be excited to go out there and have fun walking through our plant. And so we're going to put on some tours, and I invite you to take the stroll with us as we do so. Thank you very much, and thanks for coming out. And we do have some snacks over there, and if you're hungry and you want something to drink, please join us in having fun. Thank you.